When life gets heavy, staying positive can feel like lifting a big stone with tired hands. But today I will help you learn small, clear steps that make your mind lighter and your English stronger at the same time. Because simple practices can change the tone of a hard day. You will hear stories, you will try short actions, and you will build a plan you can repeat when tomorrow feels difficult again, so you can say with calm confidence, I can handle this. When things are tough, do you sometimes think, why me? Do you notice your chest getting tight when a problem arrives? Would you like a simple routine that takes 5 minutes and resets your mood? Can you imagine finishing this episode with a friendly map for the next 2 weeks? Would it help if the steps were easy enough for a bus ride or a lunch break? Can you repeat 3 short lines with me today so they stick in your mind? Our first mantra is 5 minutes is better than 0. Our second mantra is consistency is stronger than motivation. And our third mantra is small steps, big change, and we will repeat them many times so they become the voice that answers stress with steady kindness. Picture a morning kitchen at 7:15. The sink is full, the phone is buzzing, and your head is noisy with tasks. But you put your palms on the table, exhale slowly for 5 seconds, and whisper one friendly sentence, I can take one small step today. Then you feel a tiny bit of space open inside you. Picture a late bus at 1840. Your feet hurt, the rain is cold on the window, and you want to scroll news for 20 minutes. But you decide to listen to a 2-minute English clip and then say 2 lines out loud. And you notice your shoulders drop because action gives you control. Do you feel how 1 minute can change the color of a whole hour? Could you test this idea now with a micro practice while we talk? For listening, press record on your phone, play any saved English memo for 60 seconds, and after it ends, say one sentence you remember. It takes under 2 minutes and trains your ear when your energy is low. For speaking, choose one calming phrase and repeat it 3 times with a soft tone. For example, I'm going to handle this, because going to plus verb is a clear plan marker in English, and your voice teaches your brain that you are moving. For reading, open a short message or 2 paragraphs from a simple article and underline 2 positive collocations like stay positive or keep going, because collocation means words that like to sit together, and noticing them makes your reading faster. Quick is enough. For writing, take 90 seconds to write 1 line that starts with today I will, then add 1 number. Like today I will take 3 deep breaths before my next task, because numbers anchor your promise. Do these feel small enough to try even on a bad day? Can you see that 3 minutes now is still a win? Will you remember the mantras we started with if you say them once more? 5 minutes is better than 0. Consistency is stronger than motivation. Small steps, big change. And with that, we are ready to look inside and understand our stress so we can answer it gently and clearly next. When life is hard, your mind tells stories fast, but you can slow the story and choose a kinder version in under 4 minutes if you practice noticing, naming, and nudging your thoughts, because naming pain reduces its power. Do you sometimes say to yourself, I always fail, when really it happened once last week? Could you try a new sentence like, This is hard today? Not forever. So your brain hears time limits and relaxes. When your heart beats fast, do you feel it mostly in your chest or your hands? Where does your stress live in your body? Try this quick listening and speaking pair right now, and please keep it simple because simple sticks. First, listen to your breath for 20 seconds and count 1, 2, 3 on the in-breath and 3, 2, 1 on the out-breath, and then say out loud, I can slow down for 1 minute, so your ears hear your choice. Next, change one heavy thought into a neutral plan sentence using going to, for example, my boss is angry becomes I'm going to send 2 clear points by 14 awnings, and watch your shoulders soften. At 10:30 in a busy office, your inbox shows 24 new emails, and your head says, I can't. But you set a 2-minute timer, read only subject lines, and mark 3 with a star. Then you write 1-line summary for each. Your mood moves from fear to focus because you gave your mind a small win. At 21:10, a baby cries, and a tired parent wants to shout. But they take 30 seconds to look at the ceiling and say, today was heavy, I'm still kind. Then they hold the baby and count 5 slow steps in the hallway. The room feels new after 60 seconds because naming and counting creates a little island of control. Can you try a tiny gratitude scan for 90 seconds now? Naming 3 steady things like my chair, my cup, my warm socks, and ask, which one makes me feel safest? Would you like one English tip here, so your language helps your mood? When you want to show balance, use but to hold 2 truths. For example, I am sad, but I'm learning. And when you want to show reason, use because, like I will rest, because rest builds strength. Short connectors help your thoughts move like a calm river. And here's our first 7-minute package you can use anytime the day feels heavy. 2 minutes of movement plus 5 minutes of language practice that lifts your mood and builds skill. Stand up and roll your shoulders 10 times, step in place for 1 minute, then stretch your arms for 20 seconds. That is your 2-minute reset. Sit down, set a 5-minute timer, listen to a short English clip for 2 minutes, shadow 30 seconds of it by repeating after the speaker, write 2 sentences you liked, and speak them once in your own words. In 7 minutes, you changed your inner weather. Will you try this package 3 times this week? Maybe Monday, Wednesday, and Friday? Can you see that 3 sessions x 7 minutes equals 21 focused minutes that feel gentle, not heavy? 5 minutes is better than 0. Consistency is stronger than motivation. Small steps, big change, and the next part will help you protect this practice by shaping your space and your attention. To stay positive when life bites, protect a small island of attention for about 10 minutes because a quiet corner and a clear timer tell your brain, we are safe to focus now. Do you have one place at home where your body relaxes quickly? Could you choose one chair, one corner, or even a spot near a window and call it your calm corner? Now let us build an anti-distractions mini protocol you can use any day, and we will keep the language easy so you can repeat it out loud without stress. First, put your phone on silent for about 10 minutes and face it down, because notifications act like tiny taps on your brain, and each tap steals seconds that add up to minutes and minutes matter on hard days. Second, choose one quiet corner and tell the people around you, I need 10 minutes, thank you, because clear words reduce interruptions. Third, set a visible timer for 8-10 minutes and promise yourself to touch only one task until the bell rings, because the mind likes an ending point it can see. Do you think this protocol is possible on a busy Tuesday? Can you try it now for 4 minutes just to feel the difference? At 06:55, you sit by the window with a warm mug, you turn your phone face down, and you place a small kitchen timer where you can see the numbers. Then you open a short text and underline 3 calming words like steady, quiet, clear. You feel a little taller after those 4 minutes. At 12:20 in a noisy cafe, you slide to a corner seat, put in earbuds, set a 5-minute timer, and whisper your mantra, 5 minutes is better than 0. Then you listen to a 1-minute clip and write 2 words on a napkin. This tiny act pushes back against chaos. For practice density, try this speaking burst for 3 minutes. Choose one positive collocation such as stay calm and build 3 simple sentences. I stay calm in traffic. I stay calm at work. I stay calm at home. Then read them once more with a slower voice. Your mouth trains your mind. For reading, open a short article and count numbers in it for 90 seconds. Then say one thing you learned and one thing you will do. Adding one number like 2 tips or 15 minutes makes it concrete. For writing, note one hard moment from today in 2 sentences. Then add a next step with going to, for example, today I felt lost at 16:30. I am going to take 3 breaths before I answer tomorrow, and see how the plan brings relief. Would an accountability touch help you protect this time twice a week? Could you message a buddy every Sunday at 18 and write, I did 2 10-minute practices this week. Next week, I plan 3, and then add 1 emoji or simple word like proud, because gentle check-ins boost follow-through by letting you feel seen. If a buddy is not easy, write a short letter to Future Me in your Notes app. On the 1st and the 15th of each month, 2 sentences each time. I know life feels heavy, but you kept 20 minutes this week. Keep your corner and read it on the 30th day. This kindness creates momentum. Consistency is stronger than motivation. Small steps, big change, and now that your space is ready, let's build an action map so your efforts stay simple, repeatable, and real. Staying positive is not magic. It is a simple action map that answers what, why, barriers, solutions, plan, and story. So your brain knows the road even when the weather is bad. What will you do on a hard day? You will complete one 5-minute practice that mixes English and mood support because your goal is both language and calm. Why do it? Because 5 minutes daily equals 35 minutes per week and about 150 minutes per month. And small minutes build big change. Which barriers appear most often for you? Low energy at 20:00, loud home at 18:30, or busy mornings? Which solution fits each barrier? A shorter practice, a different place, or a timer and a note to family? At 07:40, before work, you sit on the edge of your bed, open your notebook, and draw a small box next to today's date. Then you write one line, I read 2 paragraphs, and underlined 4 peaceful words, and you place a simple X in the box. You have started your Don't Break the Chain tracker. At 19:10 after dinner, you stand by the sink and feel heavy, but you open the calendar on your wall, see 5 X's from this week, and say aloud, start again tomorrow if today is lost. And the pressure drops because you allowed a human day. For your plan, pick 3 anchor times each week, maybe Monday 07:30, Wednesday 12:15, and Friday 20:50. And commit to 1 micro practice at each time, then add a floating 4th practice anywhere it fits, because 3-4 sessions a week keeps the chain visible. Would you like 3 do-it-now ideas to test your plan? For listening, choose a 2-minute news story designed for learners and write down 2 numbers you hear, like 20% or 5 years, because numbers glue facts in your memory. For speaking, record a 60-second voice note where you say today was hard at 14ing, but I took 3 breaths and sent 1 kind message. Then play it once to hear your progress. Your voice becomes proof. For reading, sit by the window for 3 minutes and read a simple quote twice. Then explain it in 1 short sentence because saying it in your own words turns reading into thinking. Would it help to add a tiny reward every 7 X's on your chain, like a favorite tea or a 20-minute walk on Sunday? Could you see that 7 X's equals 1 strong week, 28 X's equals 4 weeks, and 84 X's equals 3 months, which is a season of growth you can feel in your body? 5 minutes is better than 0. Consistency is stronger than motivation. Small steps, big change, and with your map ready, I want to walk you through a simple 14-day minute escalator so progress feels natural, not forced. Here is the minute escalator for 2 weeks, a kind schedule that grows slowly so your brain trusts it, and I will describe it as if we are stepping together through each day. Days 1 to 3 are about 5 minutes, gentle and clear, because early wins matter more than big effort. On day 1 at 08:00, sit in your calm corner, put your phone on silent, set a 5-minute timer, and read a short paragraph twice, then speak 1 sentence from it. 5 minutes done. On day 2 at 18:30, take 3 deep breaths, listen to a 90-second clip, and write 2 words you liked, then say them in a short sentence. 5 minutes done. On day 3 at 12:10, walk for 2 minutes and shadow 30 seconds from a saved audio. Then write 1 line that starts with, I'm going to call my sister. 5 minutes done. Do these 5 minutes feel kind to your day? Can you see they fit even between meetings? Days 4 to 7 step up to about 8 minutes and add 1 speaking moment, because your voice needs practice to carry you on hard days. On day 4, do 2 minutes of shoulder rolls, then 6 minutes of reading and speaking, read 1 paragraph, then retell it in 3-4 simple sentences. 8 minutes done. On day 5, listen for 3 minutes, pause, and say 2 facts you remember with numbers, like 2 reasons or 15 people. 8 minutes done. On day 6, write 4 short sentences about your day, and then read them aloud once. 8 minutes done. On day 7, call your buddy or speak to yourself for 1 minute and answer 2 questions. What was hard? What helped? Then mark your calendar. 8 minutes done. Days 8 to 10 become about 10 minutes and include a brief listening clip plus a 2-sentence recap because summarizing focuses the mind. On day 8, listen for 2 minutes, write 2 sentences that start with "Today I learned" and "Today I will," then speak them. 10 minutes done. On day 9, read a short news story for 3 minutes, note 3 words, and make a 2-sentence recap out loud. 10 minutes done. On day 10, watch a 90-second video, pause, and write 2 sentences that include a time like 09:0 or a number like 12 months, then read them. 10 minutes done. Days 11 to 14 rise to around 15 minutes with 1 fun item and 1 useful item each day because joy plus utility makes habits last. On day 11, read a fun story for 7 minutes and then write a useful message template for work, like "Thank you for your email. I will reply by 16, then say it once." 15 minutes done. On day 12, listen to a song for 4 minutes, then practice a useful phone phrase for 3 minutes, like "I'm calling about," and finish with a 2-sentence recap. 15 minutes done. On day 13, watch a funny short clip for 3 minutes, then read a helpful tip for 4 minutes about stress, and tell your buddy one thing you will try. 15 minutes done. On day 14, pick your favorite practice from the last week and repeat it. Then add 2 minutes of gratitude writing with 3 items. 15 minutes done. Can you notice the totals? About 5 plus 5 plus 5 for the first 3 days equals 15 minutes. Then 4 days at 8 minutes equals 32 minutes. Then 3 days at 10 minutes equals 30 minutes. Then 4 days at 15 minutes equals 60 minutes. So across 14 days you touched about 137 minutes, which is over 2 hours of gentle training that fits real life. Would it help to place a small dot on your calendar each day so the chain grows visible and friendly? 5 minutes is better than 0. Consistency is stronger than motivation. Small steps, big change. And now I want to show you practical on-the-go ideas for low-energy moments so your escalator never breaks when life surprises you. Some days you will have only tiny windows, like a queue at 17:25 or a slow elevator at 09:10. And those small pockets can carry a lot of hope if you fill them with light practice and charisma and kind words. Do you ever stand in a supermarket line with 2 minutes to wait and a noisy mind? Could you try a 30-second shadowing burst using your earbuds, repeating 1 sentence from a saved clip and then stopping? Just 1 sentence, not more? In a bus seat at 0750, you take 1 photo of the morning sky and write 1 caption of 8 to 12 words in English, such as "Bright sky gives me energy for 2 calls today," then you whisper it once. 1 photo, 1 caption builds your writing muscle without heavy effort. On a walk at 1305, you see a red bike, and you softly create a 2-sentence retell about the last time you rode, including 1 number like 20 minutes, and you smile because your brain likes the simple math of life. Can you feel how these tiny acts turn lost time into learning? Would you like a quick speaking chain you can repeat anywhere? Say the 3 mantras once while moving your body. 5 minutes is better than 0. Consistency is stronger than motivation. Small steps, big change, then add 1 planned sentence. I'm going to practice for 2 minutes at 18 and your mood shifts from stuck to steady. Try this listening spark now. Play any saved English voice note for 45 seconds, pause, and answer 2 questions out loud. What did I hear? And what will I use today? Maybe one phrase like, it will take about 10 minutes, then stop. Short and complete. For reading, open a sign, a menu, or an ad, and point to 2 words you know and 1 you do not, then guess the meaning and check later at home. Curiosity keeps your energy alive. For writing, with your thumb, type a 20-word text to yourself that starts with, even though, I will. For example, even though I'm tired at 21:15, I will read for 3 minutes and send it. Sending a message makes it more real. At 22:05, when your bed is warm and your brain is busy, you can still do the pillow practice. Breathe in for 4, breathe out for 6, and then whisper one kind line. I did one small thing today. I'll do one tomorrow. Because softness at night builds strength in the morning. Could you aim for 2 on-the-go moments per day this week, which would be about 14 tiny practices in 7 days, adding up to perhaps 20-30 minutes of progress you would have lost otherwise? 5 minutes is better than 0. Consistency is stronger than motivation. Small steps, big change. And now let me tell you 3 short stories from daily life where a tiny action turned a heavy mood into a lighter one. On a crowded metro at Aero 810, a commuter student named Layla felt a knot in her stomach before a test, and her hands were cold because she believed one score would decide her future, which is a heavy story for any heart. She opened her notes app, wrote 2 sentences. Even though I'm scared, I will answer one question at a time, and then I will breathe for 10 seconds after each page. And she repeated them softly while the train shook. She did the test, not perfectly, but calmly. And on the way home, she recorded a 60-second voice note summarizing 3 questions she answered well. The small win gave her a warm face and a longer spine. Have you ever felt your future trying to sit on your shoulders? What if one sentence could move it back to the desk in front of you? At 1850, a busy parent named Marco stood by a stove, rice boiling, email buzzing, child asking for help. And his mind said, I can't. I'm failing everywhere, which is a painful loop. He put the phone on silent for 10 minutes, set a kitchen timer for 8 minutes, and did our mini reading and speaking practice while the rice cooked. Reading 1 paragraph and making 2 sentences with going to, like, I'm going to send 1 clear message by 20. Then he marked 1 X on his calendar. Dinner came out fine. His child smiled, and Marco felt quiet pride. Have you had a kitchen win like that this week? Could you plan one for tomorrow at 19:00? At 15:20 in an office meeting room, Aisha waited for feedback on a project and felt heat in her face. So she did the hand-on-table practice, 3 breaths, 1 steady line. I can listen for 2 minutes before I speak. Then she wrote 3 words she wanted to use. Next, clear, simple, and she spoke with a slow voice. The room softened because calm is contagious. Do you notice which words help you speak gently under pressure? Could you write them on a sticky note before your next meeting? To keep stories alive, build accountability that is friendly and light, like a buddy check-in every Thursday at 21 for 5 minutes by message or call, share 2 numbers, how many minutes you practiced and one thing that helped, and cheer for each other with one line, proud of you, see you next week. If a buddy is far, try the letter to future me at the start of each month. 2 sentences with one number. Dear future me, you kept 12 short sessions this month. Please keep your calm corner for at least 2 days next week, then schedule to read it on the 30th. Your own words become a soft coach. Could you try one of these this week? Will you tell me which feels easier, the buddy or the letter? 5 minutes is better than 0. Consistency is stronger than motivation. Small steps, big change. And now we will practice bouncing back when everything goes wrong, because real life is messy, and you can still stay kind. Some days the plan breaks, the bus is late, the meeting goes long, your head hurts, and your chain on the calendar shows a gap. And on those days, the most powerful line is start again tomorrow. Because kindness brings you back faster than blame. Do you remember your last missed day and how you spoke to yourself? Could you choose a softer voice next time and say, I missed 1 box, not my whole future? Then make one tiny action within 2 minutes so momentum returns? At 22:30, you are exhausted. You want to scroll for 30 minutes? But you set a 2-minute timer and listen to a short clip once, then you stop. You go to sleep with a small glow because you kept your promise at a smaller size. At 07:20, your child wakes up sick, you cancel your plan, but you do the 2-sentence journal entry while the kettle boils. Today is heavy. I will take 3 breaths before each call. And you place a dot on the calendar for effort. Dots count when minutes are short. Would another 7-minute package help on crisis days with a different mood but the same structure? 2 minutes of movement plus 5 minutes of gentle practice? Stand, shake your hands for 20 seconds, roll your neck for 30 seconds, and walk in place for 70 seconds. Which totals 2 minutes, then sit and read a short, calming text for 3 minutes. Speak 2 sentences from it, and write 1 plan line that includes a number, like I will answer 2 messages by 11:30, then close the notebook. 7 minutes is enough to reset. Try this package once on a bad morning and once on a hard evening, which gives you 2 safety ropes in a week. For listening on a rough afternoon, play a 60-second weather report, because weather language is simple and concrete, and then say 1 clear sentence about your inner weather inside. I feel cloudy now, but a clear hour is coming at 17, and smile at the silly but helpful image. Metaphors can carry weight. For speaking, practice the calm apology model for 90 seconds. I'm sorry for the delay. I will send the update by 16-wire and repeat it twice so your mouth knows the path when stress is high. For reading, choose a 4-sentence story and circle 2 verbs that show action. Like try or decide, then say, I can try 1 small action today. Action words push mood forward. For writing, try the 2-column fix for 3 minutes. Left column, problem in 7 words. Right column, next step in 7 words. And see how the page gives you structure when your mind is messy. Can you commit to bouncing, not breaking, at least twice this week? Will you mark those bounces with a small star on your calendar so the chain tells a story of strength? 5 minutes is better than 0. Consistency is stronger than motivation. Small steps, big change. And now let's deepen your English flow with a few more micro tips that support your calm voice in daily life. When you speak under stress, short structures help. So use I feel, I need, and I will. Because this trio moves you from emotion to request to action in under 15 seconds. Do you want a quick practice right now that takes 3 minutes and builds this rhythm in your mouth? Say, I feel overwhelmed, pause. I need 10 quiet minutes, pause. I will call you at 16, and notice how the shape guides the mind. Another gentle tip is to use one step at a time when your brain explodes with tasks. For example, one step at a time. I will finish paragraph 1 by 10:20 and repeat it once. This common phrase is simple and friendly. At 09:40 in a co-working space, you sit, put your phone on silent, set an 8-minute timer, and write 3 I will lines with numbers. I will answer 2 emails. I will drink 1 glass of water. I will walk for 5 minutes. Then you check 2 of them and your breath deepens. At 20:15 on the sofa, you feel empty. So you try a listening ladder, 30 seconds of audio. Say 1 sentence, 30 more seconds. Say 1 new sentence, and stop. 2 minutes feels possible when an hour would fail. For reading, find a short text about sleep or food and underline 3-time words like at night. Every morning, for 20 minutes, then use one in a plan sentence because time words create borders, and borders calm the mind. For writing, use the kind closure line each evening in under 2 minutes. Today I did 1 small thing. Tomorrow I will do 1 more. And write the hour for tomorrow, like 07:30, so your brain sees a door. Do you notice your voice getting smoother when you repeat simple models? Could you teach one of these to a friend so you both practice and laugh when you forget a word? Add a tiny accountability spice by sending your buddy 2 numbers every Sunday. Total minutes this week and total sessions, like 46 minutes and 7 sessions. Then a plan for next week, 50 minutes and 8 sessions. Numbers tell a friendly truth. If you prefer private support, schedule a phone reminder called Dear Future Me every second Friday at 18. Where you record a 30-second note saying 1 win, 1 challenge, 1 plan, and listen to last month's note first. A soft loop of care. 5 minutes is better than 0. Consistency is stronger than motivation. Small steps, big change, and now we will gather all pieces into a simple weekly flow you can repeat and grow. A positive week during a hard season can be as simple as 3 anchor sessions and a few on-the-go sparks because structure reduces decision stress, and your calendar becomes a quiet coach with numbers you can count. Could your anchors be Tuesday 07:30, Thursday 12:20, and Saturday 18 or 6, each about 10 minutes, adding up to roughly 30 minutes, plus 2 7-minute packages on days you need them, which adds 14 more minutes and brings you to about 44 minutes? Would you like to see a day in detail, so it feels real in your hands? On Tuesday at 07:30, you sit by the window, phone on silent, timer to 10 minutes, read 1 short article for 4 minutes, speak 2 lines for 1 minute, write a 2-sentence recap for 2 minutes, and close your notebook for 3 minutes of soft breath. You place one X on the calendar. On Thursday at 12:20, you walk outside for 2 minutes, listen for 3 minutes, and speak for 2 minutes using I feel, I need, I will. Then you return to work calm and clear. Your chain grows. On Saturday at 18, you make tea, watch a funny clip for 3 minutes, then practice a useful phrase for 4 minutes, and send a 1-minute voice note to your buddy. Your weekends with a smile. Can you feel how 3x 10 minutes plus 2 7-minute packages equals 1 hour or a little more, which is doable even with a busy life? Will you promise yourself one tiny reward after 4 weeks, like a quiet cafe hour or a new notebook, because celebrating keeps the heart warm? To maintain focus, always start with the mini protocol. Silent phone for about 10 minutes, one quiet corner, and a visible timer, because your attention is the door to every good change. If a day breaks and you miss 2 sessions, say out loud, start again tomorrow, then do a 2-minute practice before sleep and mark a dot instead of an X. Dots keep the story alive. At 16:45 on a bus, you do a 2-sentence retell about a conversation from today, include one number, and stop. Then you say our 3 mantras softly and look out the window with calmer eyes. Your body remembers the pattern. 5 minutes is better than 0. Consistency is stronger than motivation. Small steps, big change. And it is time to round up your progress and set a gentle plan for this week and next. You have learned that positivity on hard days is not pretending everything is fine. It is choosing one small, helpful action again and again, and letting those minutes add up to hours, weeks, and seasons of steadier living and clearer English. This week, choose 3 anchor sessions of about 10 minutes, Tuesday morning, Thursday midday, Saturday evening, and complete at least 2 on-the-go sparks each day, which can give you roughly 14 tiny practices and around 60-70 minutes total. Your calendar will show the story with X's and dots. Next week, repeat the same structure and add 1 extra 7-minute package on the hardest day, so your total grows by just a little, maybe to around 75-80 minutes. And feel how your mood stabilizes because your plan repeats. Will you keep the anti-distractions mini protocol every time? Phone on silent for about 10 minutes, 1 quiet corner, and a visible timer so your focus stays safe? Will you track each day with the don't break the chain idea and forgive missed days with the start again tomorrow message? Will you add 1 accountability point, a weekly buddy check-in on Thursday at 21:00, or a short letter to future me on the 1st and 15th, because being seen helps you keep going? Can you repeat our mantras once right now so they live in your voice? 5 minutes is better than 0. Consistency is stronger than motivation. Small steps. Big change. Think of 2 numbers that matter this month, maybe 12 sessions and 200 minutes, and write them where you can see them. Numbers give your effort a shape you can touch. Remember one English tip today? Stay positive is a common collocation. So try a line like I stay positive by taking 3 breaths at 14:0 and feel how grammar and calm work together. Keep your 14-day minute escalator close and ride it anytime a week feels messy, because gentle growth beats sudden pressure. Thank you for listening. Don't forget to subscribe, Share your thoughts in the comments and join us next time.